Okay, so today we talk about a book which is written by Brad Stone and talks about Amazon, the big US company, global company that was founded by Jeff Bezos nearly 25 years ago, and it has become one of the biggest companies in the world. So these are a few notes that I took, and I hope you guys found them useful and interesting. So let's deep dive into them. We don't make money when we sell things. We make money when we help customers make purchase decisions. The idea is that the customer already has the need for something. Maybe he wants to buy like a tool, or maybe he just needs a few pieces of clothing. You don't need to let him be aware of his desire. You just need to help him make the purchase decision. So when he has the need, he also needs to decide to do the action of purchasing based on the need that he wants to fulfill. It's easier to invent the future than to predict it, especially in the beginning phase of the internet. No one really knew how the internet would become. The idea was that it was better to just create stuff, create things, experiment. Then when you understand what is working and what's not working, and you can base your business on the things that are working. So every time we hire someone, he or she should raise the bar for the next hire, so that the overall talent pool is always improving. You want to constantly improve your average talent pool, so your company has always people that are creative problem solvers. You don't go into periods of a crisis when you can't find solutions to your problems, because maybe you don't have that specific role in your company to solve the problem that you got, but you can reinvent one of your employees or adapt one of your offices or departments if your people are adaptable, right? If your people are suitable to do different tasks, are competent and have a lot of different abilities to also improvise. So this is a quote about the Costco model. Costco was a rival to Amazon in the beginning phase, but just on the physical retail side, because Amazon went online, just online, and the Costco was more like physical. But Jeff Bezos took inspiration from Costco for a lot of stuff, and it was all about customer loyalty. There are some 4,000 products in the average Costco warehouse, including limited quantity seasonal or trendy products called treasure hunt items that are spread out around the building. So the selection of products in individual categories, though the selection of products in individual categories is limited, it is all dirt cheap. Costco doesn't advertise at all and earns most of its gross profit from the annual membership fees. So the Costco model is very original because it's not kind of just a random store, but the prices are very cheap, and the actual profit that the company makes is not on the prices of the stuff, but on the membership fees. There is a yearly membership fee that, for example, a family pays, and then you can access the Costco stores and do your groceries and buy stuff that is very cheap. So if you buy a lot of stuff, it will be less expensive for you to have paid the membership, the yearly membership, because you have bought a lot of volume of stuff for cheaper prices. So this way you build customer loyalty in the long run. So another key idea is get big faster. The bigger the company gets, the lower the prices it could exact from the book wholesalers, and the more distribution capacity it could afford. The concept is that when you are a startup that doesn't make a profit, like Amazon in the beginning phase, you want to scale your size and your revenue very, very fast, because in that way you can use economies of scale to lower your costs from your suppliers, and you can achieve network effects. So for example, there are so many people that are shopping on Amazon that Amazon gets free advertising from word of mouth. For example, I say to my friend, I go to Amazon to buy that thing, and I don't go to the average store down the street. But because on Amazon I can compare the prices, I get free delivery to my home. So Amazon got big really fast, and in that way they were able to really cut down on the costs and also buy a lot of products in bulk. And that was the key concept that made them survive in the first years that were very, very difficult, also through the dot-com crash of 2001. In the short term, the stock market is a voting machine. In the long run, it's a weighing machine that measures a company's true value. So this is a quote by Benjamin Graham. He was a great investor, and he was also the mentor of, for example, of Warren Buffett. And this is a quote just to show that the stock market is not always rational. Maybe in the long run, the stock market makes sense because the truly great companies get rewarded. In the short term. Maybe anything can happen. For example, traders or just algorithms can destroy your market cap or limit your price of your company. So you need to focus on the long run and to create value in the stock market in the long term. You need to build the base value, like a structural, real value, and not like some fancy stuff, and not following trends or anything. So lower prices led to more customer visits. More customers increased the volume of sales and attracted more commission-paying third-party sellers to the site. That allowed Amazon to get more out of fixed costs, like the fulfillment centers and the servers needed to run the website. This greater efficiency then enabled it to lower prices further. The idea is that Amazon got very big, very fast, as we said before, and to achieve lower costs and higher efficiencies, they projected themselves into the future as a big company. They didn't start as a small company, such as many other startups, but they were already aware that to survive, they needed huge volumes of products selling to the websites, and they needed huge investments into fulfillment centers and economies of scale. And through economies of scale, they reduced the fixed costs. So the idea is that if you have, for example, a fixed cost of $1 billion and you produce 1,000 products through that fixed cost, such as a fulfillment center maybe, fixed cost for each product that you produced is equal to $1 million, which is 1 billion divided by 1,000. But if the products that you produce are a lot more, for example, 1 million of those, fixed cost for each of them is just $1,000. So if the fixed costs are the same, then you can lower them as a percentage of the same product if you produce more products. So with scale, with an increase of the production, you lower the fixed cost. The last ideas, first is about the acquisition process. You want to acquire other firms only when you have fully mastered your virtuous circles, and as an accelerator of flywheel momentum, not a creator of it. So the idea is that when you acquire a company, don't want like your goal needs not be the creation of something new, because you are not the expert in that field. If something is new, then your risk is too high. Because when you acquire companies, there is huge investments to be made, and you don't want to risk your money in a complete foreign market or a complete new domain, right? So you want to acquire new companies when you already have systems and processes in place in a specific market, and you already have, for example, economies of scale. You already have suppliers and providers that you have like a network of business partners, so that when you acquire the company, the smaller company, such as Amazon acquired a lot of small but efficient companies that were useful to its goal. When you acquire those companies, you put them in a situation of already having a network of resources, a network of partners and systems that had them propel them into success, into great like efficiencies, production, and lower costs especially. So you want to accelerate your inertia. You don't want to create anything new when you acquire new companies. Last two ideas. The first, communication is a sign of dysfunction. This is very counterintuitive, but it's true. It means people aren't working together in a close, organic way. We should be trying to figure out a way for teams to communicate less with each other, not more. Because when you have a situation of crisis, you want to face that problem and problems in general in the more smooth, automated way possible. You don't want to have complex systems of direct communications, emails with your colleagues that you need to activate your offices, your departments. So you want everything just working, just smoothly and connected. So you don't need to do anything special. It's just daily business. And the last idea is that great companies fail not because they want to avoid disruptive change, but because they are reluctant to embrace promising new markets that might undermine the traditional businesses. So great companies fail not because they want to avoid disruptive change, but because they are reluctant to embrace promising new markets that might undermine the traditional businesses. Companies succeed when they set up autonomous organizations charged with building new and independent businesses around the disruptive technology. Companies usually don't want to self-sabotage in a sense. For example, to develop a new way of selling the same product. For example, there is the bookstore that is selling a lot of books, physical copies of books offline. And then comes the internet, and the internet is slowly but surely reducing the sales of the physical bookstores. So the right idea would be to start selling your books, your titles online. But a lot of times the bookstores don't want to do that because they undermine their main business of sales, right? But this is not a logical thing to do, because to survive you need to embrace new technology and embrace new ways of selling your products and services, and so you can stay on the edge of the market. You stay competitive and you stay aggressive in order to keep your market share. So these were the main ideas of the book, The Everything Store, talking about Amazon, one of the biggest, most successful companies of the last century, maybe, and one of the most also advanced technology-wise, because Jeff Bezos was always a visionary, always someone who was striving to achieve the perfect warehouse, the perfect distribution center. So this book was very interesting, and if you want to read it, I suggest you. So with that said, we see you in the next video.